I kicked the shoes off because truth hates rubber soles. It's October 29th. The strip is hissing like a chrome serpent. And the desert heat is a choir of hairdryers set to Pentecost. The peyote button is bumping under my tongue like a tiny drumline from Jericho. And I came out here thinking I'd teach a man how to breathe. Then Javid swan-dived into the ether and taught the air how to listen. He arrived scorched by a lie, fired clean out of St. Louis like a bullet that refused to hit anything innocent. Reporter badge shredded, reputation stapled to someone else's shadow. He sold what he could, packed what he must, and drove west with a trunk full of notebooks and a heart full of mustard. And I only wanted a friend I could trust in my hometown. My mistake was praying small. The Lord has a wicked sense of scale. Listen up, Barefoot congregation of neon saints and tumbleweed witches. The numbers 369 are compromised. Washed up, played out like a remix with the bass blown. Leave them on the casino carpet with the gum and the quarter that got away. A new chord just ripped open the sky. 7 minus 3 minus 5, God, Trinity, completeness. 7 like Sabbath breathing, 3 like the shape of mercy, 5 like the hand that blesses and builds. I call it 735 mustard seed, because the kingdom sneaks in like a speck and then eats the whole garden. Hear as the frequency spelled with 2 ES, because it S for freaks who refuse the cage. Close your eyes, children. Not to escape the world, but to flip the visor on the simulation. 7 shallow breaths in and out, each held for 3 to 5, a tiny Sabbath in the lungs, a cathedral of pause. Then 3 quick inhales, 3 quick exhales, like knocking on a secret door where no door belongs. Now see it, a glowing arch. Not a rectangle and arch, the geometry of promise. Take 5 steps toward it. Count them in your bones. Some of you will wait. Good. Wait like a seed waits for the rain that already left the cloud. For me, it took about 5 minutes, the exact span of a gambler's lucky streak or a sinner's. Rationalization. But then the door appeared like it had been there longer than time. And I didn't enter. I didn't need to. Something reached through it and rubbed my heart the way a mother rubs a back after a sob. And since then, idiots lost their fangs. Traffic found its manners. My temper retired to a farm upstate. The world still misbehaves, but it can't find the lever that tips me. Here's the odd part, and I want my advanced weirdos on this. Some people doing 735 report the door behind them. Others can't step closer. Their legs weigh twice their biography. We don't shame anomalies. We study them. Maybe your past is trying to graduate. Maybe the gag order on your intuition is expiring. Maybe your nervous system learned to keep you safe by freezing the exact corridor where God keeps leaving you mail. We'll test it. We'll map it. We'll publish the first gospel written by breathwork and bruises. Now, about the book. The Bible shellacked and weaponized by folks who confuse custody with custody of the Spirit was never meant to be a cudgel. It is numbers and breath, pattern and parable, a living codebase. If it's no good, the way it's currently deployed, that's because we duct-taped empire to it and called that holiness. We're going to put it back together, page by page, breath by breath, starting right here, barefoot on this crackling earth. I started that rewrite in the wrong room. I wasn't taken seriously. Fine. Vegas will take a bet on anything with pulse and premise. Let's ante up. Look around. Neon orbs skim the horizon like sly cherubs with dimmer switches. People call them UFOs, but I call them debug windows. The world is a holographic simulation, rated from a loving intelligence asking, "What am I?" and answering itself with us. Ascension isn't ejecting from the planet. It's deleting the malware of fear while standing in line at the bodega. Christ consciousness is not a fan club. It's a firmware update where you realize the kingdom was local storage all along. Tonight I thought I'd show David how to walk that path, but he stepped past the map and started drawing new roads. Mashing manifestation with Moses, he said, and tossed his sandals at the thorn bush. We're not begging pharaohs anymore. We're parting traffic on Tropicana with a staff built from breath counts and stubborn compassion. He didn't come here to be saved. He came here to become Flint. And when Flint meets Steel Kiss Me Once, Desert Sparks learn their real names. Millennials, you woke strange. You were told to monetize your insomnia and algorithm your ache. Keep your ache, we'll tune it. 735. Mustardseed is the patch note for a generation who would rather be ridiculous than obedient. Do the 7. Do the 3. Do the 5. See the door. If it shows up behind you, grin at the paradox and turn your whole life like a swivel chair. If your legs won't move, let your tears do the stepping. If your heart J